Welcome back, everybody. Who's ready for Christmas? Not me. It is just about that time of year, and believe it or not, I actually am about to start my Christmas decorating. I know it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but we always travel for Thanksgiving. So I figure if I don't get out my Christmas decor now, by the time I get back, it'll be practically too close to Christmas since we travel for Christmas too, and it's like such an effort putting everything out just to enjoy it for like 2 weeks. So I'm about to start my Christmas decorating, but I just can't get into the Christmas mood. I started playing some Christmas music, I know, this morning while I was cooking breakfast, and it just wasn't doing it for me. So I thought I am going to put a Halloween Christmas tree together. I actually found a small white Christmas tree. It's a little 3-foot tree. I got it from the Old Time Pottery Store here in Atlanta, and it's kind of got me in the mood. So I just pulled together some of the supplies that I'd already purchased throughout the year. Now, you can see here are some of the bulbs that I purchased from the Goodwill store throughout the year. They're from like the Christmas tree shop, and they were 6 for 77 cents, marked down from like $6. So hopefully they're good ornaments. I got several boxes of them, which, I'm not thrilled about putting the same, giant size ornament all over my tree, but we'll see how it looks. I'm actually going to spray paint them with this gloss pumpkin orange spray paint that I got. It's, again, something I just had in my garage from other Halloween projects. So I'm going to spray paint them orange. I had originally, when I bought the bulbs, I was going to put them in a bowl anyway, and I was going to spray paint some orange and some black, Halloweenish, I don't know. I'm probably just going to spray paint them orange because I'm going to actually use my black spray paint to spray paint my white Christmas tree black. We're going to see how that turns out. And if it's a failure, it's not a huge loss. This was $8.99. So I'll have my orange bulbs. I'm not sure. I don't have any other spray paint that might, work with the orange or with my Halloween tree, I should say. I do have some of that fluorescent green paint still left over in the garage. I might give that a shot, but I'm thinking I might just paint them all orange. And then I have the ribbons from my Dollar Tree projects I've been working on throughout the year. I have an orange and a black and a white and black. So the white one has skulls on it and little spider webs. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't want it to be overtly Halloween. I like it to be subtly Halloween with my color scheme. But then I also have these LED lights I bought from Lowe's on clearance a couple of years ago, and then ended up not actually using them because I found better ones. So I might use these too, but we'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do as a topper yet, but we'll get to that a little bit later here. Let me go ahead and open up this tree, and let's see what it looks like. It appears that the tree is one piece, which will make it somewhat easy, and it has a little white base. Whoops. I feel like I am missing... Oh, no. Okay, the white base clips. Just kind of all over the place right now. Let me just take these off. So these just sort of slide into the base of the tree. There's 3 of them. Let's go ahead and pop them in and see how it looks. Okay. Just move my Charlie Brown Christmas tree down here. And then we just need to fluff. All right, there we go. Not bad. It's supposed to be 3 foot tall. Looks, they always count that to the very tip, which is, I'm sure, out of frame. But, it's not bad. I'm kind of happy with it considering, I didn't want to pay much for this project. I just wanted a quick, fun, easy thing to do. So let me go ahead and take this outside. I'm going to try and spray paint it black, and we'll see if that actually turns out okay. You're probably going to want to have at least 2 cans of this glossy black spray paint for, a 3-foot tree like this. I think it turned out pretty okay. I gave it, a full can the first time, and I thought it was relatively coated well, but then once you start, pulling all the branches apart and shaping it a little bit, You see, I saw so much white. I had to pull out a second can, and I used most of my second can as well. But I think it turned out great. There is still some white showing through here and there, but it's very little of it, and it actually kind of gives it kind of a shimmery look. And could be snow. You know, it is a Christmas tree. I also spray painted the base green, which I had on hand already, but this was a gloss Asta leaf color. It's the only green that I had on hand, and you know, I just wanted to use what I had. It is not a primer and a primer paint. Now, some of these spray paint cans, you know, it's paint and primer in one. Highly recommend that. This wasn't, so you can kind of see in the base, there's still some white showing through. I've probably given this like 3 or 4 coats. I also took off the tops of these ornaments and I spray painted them green as well. And it didn't take too well. I mean, it's not terrible. You probably can't see that there in the video, but they're mostly green. They were gold before, so it just kind of makes it look like this brownish, greenish color, which is fine for me, but it's a little splotchy. So if you're going for perfection, get a better paint. Again, I just used what I had on hand. And then I used the gloss pumpkin orange to paint my bulbs. And as you can see, what I did to paint them was, ooh, that's kind of shaky there. Okay. I just took the cap off and I stuck it up on one of these little skewer sticks. Again, I already had it on hand in my drawer. And then that way you can kind of get to both sides of it as you're spray painting it. And what I actually did was kind of give the bulb a little spin as I spray painted it, and it kind of got around the base, and then I did the top. I only did 1 coat on these. I think they turned out pretty well. And I probably shouldn't have worn an orange shirt, but I was kind of going for like looking like little pumpkins with these green caps. I wasn't sure. Originally, I was just going to paint the caps the same color or even black, but I think the green makes it look more like a pumpkin. I was debating whether or not to use brown, but since it's greenish brown, I think that actually turned out pretty well. And if I wanted to go a step farther, you could even like take a little marker and draw lots of little jack-o'-lantern faces on them, but I'm not going for that look today. So that was my painting. It was pretty easy. The only thing, again, getting a lot of coating on the tree was a little bit of a challenge, but we made it work. All right, next step, I think, is we're going to use these LED dome lights that I got, again, from Lowe's. Bought them on clearance. Now, I always buy some of these on clearance when I can, but they go very fast at Lowe's. So if you see them on clearance, you're probably going to want to buy them as soon as possible. And I got them at 50% off. I think they're probably going to be gone at the 50% off point. You're not going to want to wait any longer. But let's go ahead and kind of string this around the tree and see how it looks. All right, let's go ahead and plug it in, see how it looks. Okay, not bad. It's got some color to it. It's perhaps a little hard to see in the picture. This is 1 string. Let's see how long these strings are. What does it say here on the box? 12.5 feet, 14.5 feet total length. I kind of like my tree to be very well lit, so let's go ahead and pop a second string on here and see if it makes it look a little better. Here we go, take 2. All right, I think that is better. Definitely better. Now, as you can kind of see here, I used a new box of the lights for the second string, unfortunately, so they're still kind of wanting to clump together. They just need to stretch out a little bit. So I'm hoping that'll work itself out and not be as noticeable. But let's go ahead and take a look. The other options, okay. I think, all right. Let's go ahead and change these settings. We can have it purple. Wow, I think it's a little blinking in the light there, or in the video. but we can have it, oh, flash purple, or steady purple, or flash orange, or steady orange. I kind of just like the steady orange, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, now, I totally lied. Looking at the box, I accidentally grabbed, see, I buy these things whenever I can get them on clearance, so I accidentally grabbed the at-home lights, which is why I was kind of thrown there. The Lowe's lights actually will alternate orange and purple and blink that way. So, oops. Anyway, but you know, get whatever you can. At Home had these on sale one year for a lot longer. They went down to, I want to say, they were probably 90% off, or at least 75% off, because they were real cheap. And unfortunately, they didn't have a whole lot, but I got a few boxes of them. So anyway, there we have the lights. I think it's looking great. Let's go ahead and put some bulbs on. Now, oh, actually, before that, I should probably put the ribbon on for some garland. I'm going to use, so I only had 3 of these on hand, which I showed you earlier, I think. I think the black's just going to get lost in it. The white might actually work. White, it'll have, I can actually like the white now. But let's go ahead and use the orange and see how that looks first. Well, you're definitely going to want to pay attention to the length of your ribbon. So these ribbons from the dollar store are only 9 feet long. So, you know, I was trying to use it as garland going around the tree. That's out of the question. Just definitely, it only reached like halfway down the tree. So I just tied it into a little bow, and we'll just let the ribbon drape down just to give it some sort of life or something. I don't know. But let's go ahead and, I don't know, we'll fix this after we get the bulbs on, I guess, which will be our next step. So you are going to need to make sure you have on hand your Christmas tree hooks or ornament hooks, which you can get from the Dollar Tree. You know, it's $1 for 300, because if you buy your bulbs at the Goodwill like I did, chances are they're not going to come with them. So let's go ahead and just pop some of these caps on. Very easy. Little hook. Couldn't be simpler. And let's get these on the tree. All right, so tell me, what do you think? I think with the, you know, the simple black and the orange color scheme, it's got a nice little elegance to it. The only thing I kind of wish is I had some different size ornaments, but I used the things I had on hand for this project. The only thing that I purchased new was the tree itself. So all in all, you know, even when you add in the things I picked up at Goodwill, and there's another tip for you is, you know, I buy things at Goodwill, even if I don't use them that year, you know, I'll keep everything on hand because, you know, eventually someday I might actually use them, which is like the case with these bulbs. I bought those months and months ago thinking I would put them in a bowl, never did. Who knew I would make a, you know, Halloween Christmas tree, because I've never liked the idea of the Halloween trees. To me, a tree is just a Christmas thing. But there's something I really like about this. Maybe it's just because it's easing me into that Christmas spirit. But, you know, it's not overtly Halloween. I could, you know, easily stick this out somewhere in my house, and it's just an interesting little black and orange Christmas tree. The only thing I kind of wish, you know, is I had the different size bulbs. So I'll keep an eye out at the Goodwills for my Halloween thrift store haul videos. If I see, you know, bulbs of different size, I'll pick some up, and maybe next year we'll do something a little bit different. But let me know what you think. The only other thing I have left to do is perhaps do a tree topper. Now, I thought, you know, an angel is the typical tree topper for a Christmas tree. Well, this isn't a Christmas tree, it's a Halloween tree, but something with wings is a bat, just like an angel. And I can just sort of stick that right up there. Now, it is a Halloween tree for sure. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to leave that on there, but, you know, it is an interesting way to top it off. Let me know, what do you think? And that'll do it for today. So stay tuned. You know, I'm going to be doing these Halloween videos throughout the year, but we'll also, you know, ease into Christmas and other holidays, so stay tuned. Till next time, guys, take care and happy haunting.